Welcome back. We're live. We'll be right back, and we're going to talk to you about how we go the great man.
All right, we're back, everybody.
And they get stuck.
Yeah, no shit.
Sticking the landing.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Fuck. I know you guys missed us.
That's right.
But can't say I miss you guys, but I miss doing the show. And
Once a dick, always a dick.
yeah, once a dick, always a dick. Sometimes you gotta just be a dick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being a dick,
But
it serves
you got to
me.
keep it up. You got to keep up your
It
pretenses.
serves me well.
Yep, it does. Trust me.
Yeah. Oh man. Let me do one more check here, and so we are live on Twitch. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Rumble, and I ask every single one of you guys who are watching us to like and share the show on YouTube and Rumble. And you guys are doing a hell of a job of doing that, because the word is getting out about this channel and about these two guys here sitting here talking this smack and shit. And we are making some sense. So we really appreciate you guys doing that and watching the show and sharing it for us. But before we go any further, I'm going to thank Wayman Gaines. He's got his real name up here. What's up here, dude? Did
He
you
must
make
be
a
on his
mistake?
burner.
Is this his burner account?
The burner account. Now he knows the real account. He flipped it. You know, he up there in age and everything.
Something messed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank you, man, for supporting the show, man. And I'm getting ready to open a Rumble tab and see if you're who's over there too. And before we go any further, let's go ahead and thank our
illustrious sponsor.
Yeah, and it's here somewhere. I can see it. I got it pulled up. I just don't. Oh, Jesus. Where is it?
See, they knew you would be coming back.
Yeah, they knew I'd be coming back. Oh, there it is. All right, there we go. All right, there you go, Al.
All right, here we go. Right to Bear. We partner with them. We got some things in the work coming out where we're doing some more training with them and doing some showcases and really good stuff. I'm trying not to say all of it right off the top, but we got some things coming up with them, and it'll be great. It's also one of the best. I used to say the best, but I've seen some that are really challenging. Those lawyer guys, I don't know where they're from. I think out Midwest somewhere. They're doing a good job. And I think even with the lawyer guys, they're keeping everybody on their toes is basically what it is. And they're making people offer what they say they offer. You go online and do some research on your own, and you'll see all of the different companies in a way that makes people think that they're going to be there for them. And then when you read the fine print, they have a way out where if you've been charged with a crime, they're not going to bail you out. They're not going to do. So why do you have that process in the first place? This is a protection plan versus an insurance plan. So everything in this you get up front. They come in, they bail you out. They come any legal fees that are needed up front. They'll pay it. You don't come out your pocket. So that's why this is one of the better ones. Some of these other ones, you come out your pocket and they reimburse you. How long does it take before they reimburse you? How long can you sustain that you put out $15,000, $20,000, $25,000, and you got to wait to get it back. And are you going to get it back in a lump sum, or are you going to get it back in a few different deposits in your account? So those are the things you got to deal with. When you deal with these guys, right off the top, you can check it. And those guys, I wish I remember their name, but the lawyer group, they did a review on these guys, and they had a few, red checks, but not as many as the rest of them. And the red checks that they had were not just being deceptive. It was just that you gotta, what was it? I think it was something to do with the one of the plans that they have, and where you can have it this week and then turn it off.
Oh,
this
the
week.
caveat
Little,
plan.
Yeah, there's little, like you said, caveats where you had to hold it for like a month instead of just 1 day or 2 days. And that's nitpicking, to me.
Yeah, in order to get it through the system.
Right.
Because if
So
you
if you only
don't
need
do
it
it
for
right,
10 days,
you're
but
not covered.
you click on it, you're going to have it for 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
So those things like that. But they didn't catch them with saying A when they meant B. They weren't lying. And that's the good thing. What else? They offer firearms. You get your gun confiscated in an investigation, which it more than likely will be. These guys are going to give you one in the middle. And we've heard they've never asked for it back. So that's a good thing. So that's what your buddies over there, Palmetto State Armory, is the major backer, and they've given 100% support to this program. Yeah. And if they give it to that program, that means they're giving it to all the subscribers and anyone that's involved with it. So that's what we like about it.
And the 3 owners from Palmetto State Armory had a talk on their YouTube channel talking about it. And they were saying why, it's so important to have freedom. And they're doing everything they can to support freedom.
Right. And mind you, you're going to pay for it. You have to pay for it. But at the same time, when you have somebody that puts a product out there to allow you to participate in it at a fee, that's a good thing, because it's still going to come and at the end of the day, when you need it, it'll be there for you. That's the best thing. That's what you're looking for. So we recommend it. We had the last event that we had guys sign up that had no idea about protection programs, no idea about they call it, the buzzword is gun insurance. They had no idea of that stuff. And we had 5 guys that signed up right then and there. No, 3 signed up right then and there, and 2 signed up later on. And then there was Ralph, because I know he's watching. And then there was Ralph.
That's messed up, man.
But and he had some good points. He has some good points. He's he works in IT, so things that he said, if you ever, we'll probably do something like that in protecting yourself online, because we got guns and bullets and training and we practice, but yet you can go online and make one little click, and next thing you know, you're backtracking all your accounts and cutting things off because there's some guy, every time you look at an account, the amount's dwindling, so all kind of stuff. But he was right. But definitely look into Right to Bear, do your own research, and use SABER, use Saber, and you will get a discount for the whole year, and even if you do it monthly, either way, you'll get a discount. That's a good thing with these guys.
How to find our page is type in saberteamtactical.com and go. You'll see this black page right here. And if you guys don't even notice the photograph, there's actually targets behind them. And some magazines.
What's that array called?
That's the build drill. I can't remember what's the name of that build drill. Probably Wayman knows.
Everybody gets 2, and you go from the front and then all the
you go middle, left. It go from near to far and far to near. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you got to crank it.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's a fun drill. And matter of fact, I think we're gonna start using it some of these things. And click on classes, and there you go.
Yep. So our classes are available. We have anything with a date on it, you can sign up. Anything you don't see a date on, you can actually reach out to us, and we'll bring that class and all the information out for small groups or individual person. It doesn't matter. I did shotgun last week for a gentleman. Bought I think KSG. He bought that Kel-Tec with the 15 rounds. And it was fun. Yeah. It was fun. I prefer semi, but I'm old, and he had a good time with it. And we had that. You go through any of these, we see them, and we'll bring it out. We run it through. We prefer one-on-one, especially with new people, because when you have somebody new, we devote all our attention to you, and we make sure that you get what you need. We're gonna get you from zero all the way up to where you feel comfortable before you leave, and more empowered to carry. There's a couple people I was working with, and they didn't even want to carry one in the chamber. They didn't even want to put one in the chamber on the range. And I'm like, you have to. I mean, it doesn't make sense for us to be out here with guns with nothing chambered. And then when I broke it down to them, explained to the gun is not loaded right now. They looked at me and it was like, "What do you mean?" I said, "When you put the magazine in the grip and they don't chamber one, the gun's not loaded." I said, "Technically, it is. You can be charged and go to one of those northern states and for having a magazine in the gun, that's a whole different story. But you can't function a firearm." So then I walked through it with him. You would have never did this, bro. I think you would have probably packed your bag, wrote them a check, and gave them their money back. No, you don't give money back. My bad. You packed your bag and just rolled out, dude. They were on some, but wasn't a chamber that like that guy who used to range 351. They wanted a chamber around before going. I worked it out when I showed them, and they said, "Okay, yeah." So I said, if you can predict what's going to happen in the future, then go ahead and carry one without no empty chamber. Go ahead.
Right.
But you can't. I don't know who can do that. It's happening right now. You need a gun right now. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Went through the seatbelt analogy, all of that, and then finally, let's do it.
Okay.
I saw it, and that was what brought him home. So we do those type of things, and I went down that rabbit hole to show you. That's how extensive our program is. We don't cut you off because you have a different idea. We don't cut you off because you said, well, maybe, and you don't know. So let's experiment with it. Let's try it. You need to shoot right now. How long is it going to take you to get that gun, deploy that gun? So you get out, you chamber it, and how fast are you going to get with doing that? How do you practice that at home? So you get some snap caps, you put them in, and you do this. And again, range 355, we used to go round and round all the time with this debate. I don't have anything against it, because that's up to you to make the choice. But if I'm showing it to you, I'm going to show you the proper way to do it and the way that you would do it, where it's been repeated time and time and time and time and time again that a round in the chamber is going to save your life. A round, not in the chamber, you better go find some place to cover it, chamber the gun, and then come back, because you're at your SOL. So all these classes were available. The first class that we have is actually going to be in July. And that's going to be the, there we go, rifle and PCC class. Come out and learn how to run your rifle like a pistol. All day class. It's great class, especially if you don't know how to run your gun. If you bought a new rifle and you're trying to figure it out and you want to put the sling here, put all that stuff. The guy sitting above me, he'll get you tuned up. Get the equipment. He'll probably tell you what the hell to take off that damn gun. You put up too much crap on it because, you saw it on YouTube or you saw it on Instagram, and he'll tell you what works and what doesn't work. You bring up slings with him. You have a nice little debate about slings. So that's that one. And then the next one is going to be in August, and that's when we start picking up the pace. Concealed carry, stop the bleed class. Very good class. It's the entry for all the rest of our medical classes. This one, learn how to use a tourniquet, learn how to triage, learn how to use Israeli gauze, and do it multiple times to the point where you now recognize when you do something wrong and you can fix it. It's a great program. Stopping the bleed, not necessarily always for gunshot wounds. It could be somebody gets hurt in a car accident, somebody falls down a ravine, stabbed, any violence all his analogies are always violence. But it could be. You never know, especially whenever you live in a metropolitan area. It could be.
You all right?
Everything is violent.
You all right? Oh, my God.
I've been around you long enough. I know.
Yeah.
But this is good for you, so that now that you recognize it and you can help, and not only just with the items that I mentioned, the tourniquet and the Israeli gauze, but also what to do for those, how to put somebody in a position of rest that once you started to get them wrapped up and you got pressure on it, and what do you do with it? How do you do it? Where do you put them? Do we stand them up and walk them right? Also, in this one, it's the start of coordinating with other people in the class, coordinating, telling somebody to go get call 911,
Yeah.
coordinating with getting people out of an area that may be hot, right?
Right.
And that leads us into the next one. And the next class, where it really gets exciting, is because we popping smoke and we making it confusing. Is Stop the Bleed Medical and Rifle Battle Class. I mean that the name in itself right there tells you everything. But this one is coordination and movement and getting people out of an area and treating them. And the treatment is one of those things where we come up with it as we're walking around. So
Yeah.
you got a leg and an arm. You got arm and a leg. You got two arms. So those type of things. It's not the same thing all the time. The other thing with this class is nobody else is doing this, and it's the experience that you cannot get unless you sign on the dotted line and say "I do" 3 times. Other than that, you're not getting this. Not around here. And we looked. We know there's some places they're starting to get close because this guy's got a little experience and the new guys getting out and they're throwing their hat in the ring. But when I see this class and I see what's being offered, the experience alone, popping smoke, moving, working with people you just met maybe 2 hours ago. It was still 3 hours. About 3 hours ago, you're working with people. We've told you before about guys that have come in that have actually been downrange and they come take the class and they really enjoy it. And it's not just because they're shooting and moving, but it's the actual information. They share some things that they did, improvisation and things like that. And that's when you realize, the guy, not the guy upstairs, but the guy one flight up, he knows his shit. Really, just let's say it like it is. He knows his shit and is validated by guys that are still doing it. I mean, these guys are operators. You listen to the stories and watch this out. There's some people that they've actually had to delete.
Yeah.
Did I say it right? No,
Yeah,
I'm saying
right.
it for you.
Oh, yeah. You said it right. Yeah. We had that sidebar conversation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, I mean, and these are legitimate folks. So, that's the good thing. And then November, when it gets nice and it's a better weather for him up there because he's sweating.
Yeah. I can really shine in this weather. Believe it or not.
Exactly. So when it gets to that point where he can go outside and doesn't need his towel, then we have the rifle and tactical and tactical gear class and sunscreen. Then put it all together. You got to be intermediate. Can't take you less than that. You got to be able to run your rifle, run your pistol. Hiccups in it, you got to be able to smooth them out on your own. Nobody's standing there and telling you to pull this, do that, drop this, none of that. It's you have to do it yourself. And again, this is another movement class, more so than anything else. Once you get to a certain point and you can run your gun, we bring you and we run you. That's basically what it is. Because you're going to move, you're going to shoot, and you're going to think. And every class that we've had since the two of us been together, everybody's spent by the end of the day. Most of them are spent right after lunch. But them dudes are just ready to go home. They would take a nap in their car if they could. If the range was available, they would take a nap in the car before they drove home.
Yeah.
And that's what type of class it is. It's a lot of thinking, a lot of moving. And it's really not the physical part. It's not that physical, but there is some physicality in it. The majority of it is thinking, and it's thinking, doing things that you're not used to doing. That's, most of the guys that they just don't think in it that way.
Yeah, you never see anything like this before.
Yep. And it's repetitive, and not only repetitive, we go dry, we go dry, we go dry, we go dry, and then we pick up the guns and they're empty, and then we move with the empty guns, and then we turn around and we do live, and then we come back and we add something new to it. They still dry. I'm telling you, it is really drill, and then you get to shoot. And when it's time to shoot, we're not sitting there going, oh, you need to adjust your, no, you got to get it going. And remember, we had that guy, and he kept saying, I don't see where my rounds go. I said, neither do I. He's looking down range at the target, and he's like, I don't see where my rounds are hitting. Okay, they went that way. That's all that matters. Keep it going that way.
Right.
So you got to have your stuff together, and we'll do the rest.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun, guys. Don't be pussies. If you want to experience something that's realistic, that's actually been used in real life,
right?
So this is come out and experience it. You know what I'm saying?
Good time.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Oh, okay. And at the end, laser engraving. I'm gonna show you guys a portrait I did. I do portraits and stuff, but I'll show you one in here in a minute. Let me bring that down. And I got my YouTube page pulled up, and I think you guys can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the regular picture, huh?
I said that's nice.
Yeah.
What'd you put that on?
It's on a piece of what's the? It's a piece of wood. I can't think of the name of the wood now. And let me stop sharing that. And oh wow, I got all this shit going on in the background. It's a piece of I use I can't think of the name of the wood, but I use some wood. And, get with me later. There's more pictures on Instagram and stuff.
Okay.
But let me thank everybody who's watching the show, and also there's another thing I gotta pull up. Strap House, we're doing great. How you doing? And I see you guys.
Strap House? He's doing pretty
Big
good,
Shooter over on Rumble. I see Dear Sarge. Yes. Cool.
Sup,
Thanks
Sarge?
for checking out the show. I'm going to go to your page right now. We're going to talk about Saturday. And Long Shot, I see you over there on Rumble. Always Survive. See you on Rumble. And not did I lose my mic?
No, you good.
Not Balsa Wood. Basswood. Basswood is the wood I use, and it really takes the portraits really well. And can't hear myself. Hold on. There it is. All right, now I can hear myself. And so I use basswood. And who is this? Was it Rolly Rabbit? Rabbit? Is that it? Rolly Rabbit.
I'm on my way to Rumble in a minute.
Yeah.
Let me go over there. I'll help you out.
And also we're going to be Saturday. Now I can hear great. My microphone, my hearing was all messed up. Saturday, we're going to be on Dear Sarge's page Saturday night, and he's got it on his thing right here. You see it Saturday, June 8th, live stream. We're going to be on there at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Right.
And I don't know what his time is and where he's at.
7.
But 7 his time. And so we're going to be live there for a show. So come and check us out. Follow Dear Sarge. And if you want to check us out, we're going to be Rumble only. We'll not be on YouTube. And so this is where we're going to be,
man. If some of you guys go over there and take a look, man,
he's
a wild guy, bro. We met him at another channel, and we had a good time, man. Real good.
Yeah, we've been trying to get this to go live on his page for the last couple of weeks, and we had some scheduling issues and a lot of things going on. So, okay, he told me how to say his name, and but now we're going to actually officially do it. Back to Rumble. It's pronounced like Roy Rat. Roy Rat. Don't apologize. It's normal. Oh, okay. Thank you, Roy Rat. And I appreciate that. Thank you for watching the show.
Yeah, because we got a lot of response after that last when we went over there. Oh my God, I'm come over here now. I see.
Yeah,
there's a party over here.
Oh, it's a party. Thank you guys, everybody on Rumble.
Yeah, thank you guys.
So what we're going to talk about tonight, Sarge sent you. All right, thank you, Sarge. We're going to talk about tonight is, hey, look at there, Ralph. There you are. Peace. What's up, my man? And we're going to talk about the gray man.
Yeah.
What is the gray man? Because a lot of people don't understand what the gray man really is. And the gray man has different components to the gray man. It's not just you yourself, but it's how your car has got to be gray. Your house has to be gray. Your social media has to be gray. So you can't just attack it in one aspect. You know what I'm saying? You have to hit all of them in order to be completely gray, because people are going to look at all of them to figure out who you are. They always do that. And yeah, thank you for the follow, Roy, and on Rumble. And so let's start with the how we do the gray man for ourselves. And we start out, I know for myself, and I know Al's, he's a huge gray man. I mean, you look at Al, you think he's harmless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the goal.
That's the goal. The goal is to look weak and feeble and harmless. But you not only got to look that look, you have to act that look.
Right.
But the whole time you're acting and looking in that look, your senses are still up. You're still visually see it's as a very high level. You see everything. I hear everything. I smell everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And but it's not only the way I carry myself, but I wear no jewelry. I barely wear a watch every once in a while. I dress not fancy, but down. And because I'm dressed to conceal some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
And
that's the key right there.
That's the key. But I always have shoes with a heel backing on them, so I can run. You know, so I can escape.
You're not a
you know
flip
what I'm saying?
No flip flops.
Yeah, gotta have
Slides.
some with socks.
Right, slides, just socks out cutting the grass. I mean, some of these
Right.
kids nowadays, bro, they dress like my dad used to dress.
Yeah,
They had slides and socks on, and black socks.
we used to make fun of people.
Me too.
Back in the 80s, that wore slides and socks. Yeah.
Now it's a
But
fashion.
Now it's a fashion statement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you got to be able to, and how you know if you're a gray man or not.
Right.
Well, if you can walk into a room and nobody notices you, and don't pay any attention. This only thing you got to do is walk into a room and look around and see if anybody look up and pay you any attention. And if they don't, you're completely invisible.
Right.
And that's what you want.
And mind you, we're not talking about like a room where you know people, like you're at work or you're in school or something.
That's
we're talking
different.
about like in a
Public.
shopping center. Yeah,
Airport.
Public. Right, airport, right. Those type of
Airport.
places. Someplace where you walk in and people don't look because you got some, outlandish shirt on, or you're loud in your speech, and you come in and everybody has
Hawaii
to
shirt Friday,
Right, or,
something like that.
Yeah. Or just out, those like orange or purple and I'm trying to think yellow, like a yellow hat and a green shirt, something that just people go, wow, what's up with that guy? Or worse, like a fur coat in June. You just want to let people know you got a damn fur coat. Those kind of things. Wearing bling, like chains and
watches,
as you mentioned, and bracelets and big rings on your finger. I know some guys that wear rings because they want, if they still have the mentality of getting into street fights, and they want those rings on their finger to help defend them or use it in an offensive way while they're punching people. And that's great. But to me, it draws too much attention to you.
Yeah, in Georgia, we can have paperweights.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, man, I heard this term the other day. The dude called them knuckle dusters.
Oh yeah,
I've never heard that. He said it's been it's an old term. I guess that's back in the 30s or 40s.
Yeah, we can have those. It depends on how you use them. That's how you get in trouble. So
yeah, I like sap gloves.
Oh, those
you see those? Those,
can't have those. No,
yeah,
you can't have those.
I like them. I like them.
Yeah.
Those are good. Heavy. They used to call them heavy hands.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I almost bought some until I looked up the law here. And I was like, oh, nope.
Yeah, and the bad part about it is owning them and having them in your possession, but the problem is if you use them.
You use them.
Yeah, and they devastate, man. They're devastating. They make a 78-pound weakling into a 145-pound herculoid.
Now, being a gray man, I'm not saying don't shave, don't bathe, don't take care of yourself. You still need to be in shape. You still need to be look groomed, look clean. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Because you don't want to throw off people where it's going to be repulsive to people, but you're not. You're going to be that kind of guy that's people will look at you and give you that friendly smile, like, oh,
Right.
look at this nice old man right there.
Right, and
You know?
that's what we were talking about earlier today when I was on the campus and there's guys walking past me and they're looking at, and some just will give me the mean mug, but they're my age, but all the other ones are like, hey, how you doing? And then that when I know it, I'm really old or they recognize it is when they say sir.
Oh, dude, I got these young kids opening the doors for me, dude.
Right.
So I don't get mad. I just take it for what it is, and I'm grinning inside my mind because I'm like, they really don't know what I am. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm like,
and that's the key, yeah. And that's a good
I'll
sign
take that.
because
Right.
like what you said, and see, being outside of being a great man is someone who becomes argumentative over stupid things. So somebody holding the door and you go, how old do you think I am? No, just move on, bro. That's not the time to take a stand.
I tell them thank you, and I just
keep on
shuffle
moving.
through the door like a little senior citizen.
Exactly. Keep on moving, man, because and that's what it is. It's like, so in some aspect, I was going to talk to you. You mentioned social media. Some aspects and some things that I've read, people just basically have no footprint in social media because they don't want. You can be tagged, and that's why when we first met, we used to go hard with a lot of folks and say some mean things or direct, and we kind of weaponized the truth. And we pushed it back in their lap because they didn't know what the hell they were talking about. And some of these guys are actually noted, quote unquote, noted instructors today. They made a good name for themselves, but they're full of shit. And we pushed it back on them. And a lot of times, Damon showed me where he was actually pinging these guys. He had a buddy that had some connections, and he had addresses for these people. And he said, "Don't worry about it. If ever something happened, you let me know." And I got these guys. I know where they live, and it's like on the same block. And back then, this is in that was mid 2000s, so like 2014, 11, somewhere in there. He had addresses for most of the people and this was in Texas. Those people in Texas. So
yeah. Since you shifted to social media, but I want to do that because I want to read some of these chats that's going on around.
Yeah, do it.
And let's see. Was it Tiff Twart? TIF Swart. Good evening. Well, how you doing? Big Shooter. He also said, "What about monkey fists? Monkey fists. Yeah, they're legal in Georgia, so yeah, you can have those." Yeah.
Tim showed me that. Our buddy Tim, he showed me. He had a one with a, I think it was 10-inch, a 10-inch lanyard on it. Oh my damn, that thing is devastating.
Yeah, they're totally illegal, and so you can own them as many times. I know some people have used them before.
And I was about to say, dude, if somebody hit you with that and you didn't expect it.
Yeah, it's very effective.
We played around with it, and it was like, okay, that's enough.
Right, and Roy Rat knuckle dusters are a small pocket pistol, almost manufactured in 1850, somewhere around that time. Basically, they are brass knuckles with a small revolver attached. Oh, okay. Can be fired.
Rimfire.
Yeah, rimfire.
Cap or rimfire. Dude.
Yeah, I remember seeing those. I always wanted one of those. Yeah.
I know you did. It's just nothing but violence.
And Roy also said, I can't remember the name of the designer, but it was Land McCullum.
Ian McCullum, he's Forgotten Weapons.
Yeah. Oh, Ian McCullum.
Yeah, he's on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Forgotten Weapon is an excellent video about.
I'm gonna look it up, man. Thanks.
Okay, but he said knuckle, but I call them brass knuckles. But we can, if with our state of Georgia, with our weapons license, we can carry brass knuckles. It's how you use them that can get you in trouble. So as long as you got a weapons license, you can carry brass knuckles here. They sell them openly here in this state, and nobody says a word.
Hey, did you ever talk about that other one that you carried?
What's that whip?
Yeah, that whip. I wasn't going to say it, but obviously.
Yeah. No, I never talked about it because I was carrying that thing is nasty.
What's the technical name for that?
Whip. I don't know. I have to look it up. We'll talk about it on another show. And
okay. All right.
Shut up.
But it's telling me to shut up.
Yeah, it'll cut the skin off you.
That's what I was getting at, bro. You did it on a tree or something, and it just stripped the bark right off.
Oh yeah, it's deadly. I love it. And but I only carry that in certain situations where I know I need to beat somebody to, whatever. And
Yep. And they make them in different lengths too. It's
yeah.
almost like an asparton. There was one that
Oh,
I
I
saw
got the
people
long
that
one.
like
I got the
I would
long
say
one.
40-inch one.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude,
Yeah, I got the long one.
you're talking about
So,
standing
like in dealing with social media, being a great man on Instagram. I'm just gonna say Instagram. A lot of you guys go out there. As soon as you buy a gun, you post it on Instagram, and I've seen guys posting their whole collection on Instagram. I see guys posting their bags, how they're carrying. I see guys posting what they're carrying in their cars when they're sitting in their laps, how they're sitting with a gun in their car. That's not the gray man. That's exposing yourself. That's anti-gray man because now everybody has enemies. Everybody, and people become envy of you, and so when they see all that, now they're saying, okay, now let's see how we can get this dude, how we can rob him. You know what I'm saying?
you're opening
And
yourself up.
yeah, you're opening yourself up. And also, when you guys taking these pictures and stuff, they can take these pictures and you can you can do a snapshot of them. Even if you don't say where you are, you can put it on Google and it'll give you the exact
Oh
location,
yeah.
of that where you're at that point. You know what I'm saying? So you got to really be careful about that. And it's the same thing going on with your car too. Having a car, keep these stupid stickers off your car. Do not be putting Glock,
Smith,
uh,
any of the
Smith and Wesson,
manufacturers.
any
Yep.
gun manufacturers on your cars, keep them off. Because that automatically is telling them cats there's something in that
Potentially,
yeah.
your car with the sticker on it will get hit more so than a car that doesn't have a sticker on it.
Right. Yeah. And especially if you got a big truck. You got a big truck, you know what I'm saying? F-150 or larger, you're doomed. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because they already know guys like that have guns in those cars and they're all over the place.
Yeah,
You know what
and
I'm
the
saying?
cops will tell you that. If you listen to you talk
Yeah.
to any police officer, they'll tell you that. They'll tell you because especially down here, these guys go to places where people actually have jobs and work. So construction companies and these guys park
Oh, yeah.
in a certain area
Yeah.
and
Construction
they'll
trucks
raid them, bro. There were like
Yeah.
5 guys going in and out of cars while one is the lookout and
The lookout's
within-
armed too.
yeah, within a half hour they've already collected 6 or 7 guns.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable.
Right. So Big Shooter says any military stickers too, or NRA stickers. So there's another thing, you got to watch out for. So best thing, if you want to put some stickers on there, put a rainbow sticker on your car.
I don't know about that.
If you want, or an apple. Yeah, I wouldn't even put an apple on there because it could have a laptop.
When
You
you
know what I'm
start
saying?
raising flags and saying even my kid is a such and such at a certain school, you just told somebody that doesn't like you what school your kid goes to,
Right.
So
Right.
even things like that. There's all these things that what we call in investigation a clue. So when you get multiple clues, they put it together and then they find you. So don't
Right.
put anything out there. If somebody's going to go do the work, make them work for it. You're going to find
Right.
me, you're going to work for it. And then when you find me, we're going to have another problem because I'm not going to stand there and idly go and just, oh, you got me. It's not a game.
Yeah.
It's serious. And that's the thing, another thing that you were saying just now in reference to being a gray man, it's a mindset of 24 hours, right? It's every day. It can get monotonous. When you start doing it over and over again, unless you're like the guy over here, he's just a nut and he's crazy anyway. But that's what happens. You get to a point where everything is this, right? And you got to start looking at things like suspect, always. Everything's suspect. But then you find out when you don't act on it that you see more. Well, and what I mean by that is when you're starting to watch people and you see who's watching you, you start to realize that there are people paying attention to you. Like he mentioned
Right.
earlier, you go into a room and nobody pays attention to you. If there are other gray people in that room, they're watching you.
They see
saw
you.
come
They
in the
see
door.
you.
They just didn't make it obvious. That's
Right.
the key. They just didn't turn around and look and make eye contact with you, but they, they watch you and they know how many people are in this room at this particular time. Those are the kind of things that, in simple form, because another thing that goes along with is situational awareness. And in simple form, all that means is pay attention to who's watching you and watch what's going on around you.
Put your phone down.
Oh, yeah. You got to put your phone down.
Put your phone down.
There's certain times when I get called back in the doctor's office, and there's one doctor that I go to, and I know once I get in the back room, there's another half hour. I fell asleep one time because that's just the way he works. And there's another half hour before I see him. That you go and look at your phone, you're doing that's cool.
Oh, that's different. That's different.
Right. I'm only
but
person
you can look at your phone, and look back up. Look at your phone, look back up.
At that point, I'm in a receiving room, reception room, and you're in the control.
You already got the control shooting gallery.
Exactly. Right. And that's the thing, But when I'm out there with all the folks walking and coming and going,
that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when people are walking down the street, coming and going. They're going from the parking lot to in the store. First thing they do is pick up the phone. Why are you looking at your damn phone? Is that game or Instagram that important? Yes. Or that email you need to read that important that you can't wait till you get inside the store and get secure in one of the aisles and pick up your phone and look at it? You know what I'm saying? Now, I have some things I need to check. You know what I'm saying? I have buzzers that go off on my phone. But when I'm in certain situations, I have these buzzers that go off because I know which ones are going to go off, when, and how frequently. And so I need to check something. But I immediately, as I'm walking, I don't do it. I'll let that thing buzz. And when I get inside, I get secure, I'll pick it up and take a look. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's what you got to do. I mean, you can't be stupid here.
Right, and these are suggestions. So if anyone has, if you do anything, especially my folks on the Rumble side, man, I'm telling you, that's a party over there.
Yeah.
Sarge.
I'm getting ready to acknowledge some people. Speaking of that, thank you for Al for segue into that. N7 Cav, thank you for coming over and watching. We see you unfolding, Joker. Thank you for coming over here too. Fun. And the convo is about the gray man, how to be low key, long shot, and what else? Okay, N7 Cav. When I travel, I go without shaving for a few days ahead, wearing frumpy clothes. Yep, unshine, older shoes. Yep, definitely the shoes is a key. Yeah. And the old ratty bag, and it's still serviceable. Yep. Big shooter. He also don't go around wearing gun manufacturer caps, T-shirts, or swag, or Glock,
Ruger, Kimber, Colt,
etc.
Only time I'm on the range, bro.
You see these guys with the Glock shirts on, and I see these guys with the Glock shirts on, and the shirts be tight, and I'll be like, "Where's your gun?"
I said,
where's your gun?
Yep, absolutely.
You got a tight shirt on, and where's your gun? I look at their waist, I look at their appendix, I don't see a gun. So why are you wearing this if you're not carrying? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And thank you, Unfolding Joker. Y'all be sure to smash the Rumble and share and follow if you haven't already. Thank you for that, and really appreciate you guys for doing that. And one more N7 Cav. He laughed at the black windows of a truck. Break in here. Yeah.
the back
window. Yeah, the back windows. Yep. Yeah, the back windows. Break in here.
Break in here by Smith & Wesson.
Well, yeah, basically. And so, because there's been a lot of trucks been broken into.
They're targeted. I mean, let's just be fair. Most guys that have a truck are going outdoors and they do, whether they hunt, fish, or do something of that nature. And it's most people, especially criminal-minded folks, they see that as opportunity for guns, whether it's a rifle or a pistol. And they're going to rummage around in the car. They break windows. There was one guy that I watched, and he was telling me, it was on YouTube, and he was telling people about a certain area in Gwinnett County. I'm trying to remember exactly where, but it was up off of Peachtree Industrial, and there was one of those like 14 cars hit and 5 guns. That's a good haul for these guys. That is a good haul. There was even talk that these guys, I guess they come from Atlanta, and they said they were going even further north. And the entire residence said, yeah, come on up there. The whole subdivision came out and said, if you think you better keep going. Don't stop here.
Right.
And they decided, and they put together, I guess, like a citizen watch or
posse.
something. And they stayed away. You know,
There's a posse.
modern time, we have to say citizen watch because we don't.
Posse.
There you go. Look at this.
They're armed, so it's a posse.
Yeah, so they put
Speaking
the
of
posse
that-
together and nothing happened. But go ahead.
Right. Speaking of that, though, your home
Posse.
has to be gray. You know, my home is actually is gray, but your home has to be gray. And so, don't have a sign out there say "fuck around and find out." You know, and be breaking in their house.
Yep.
That's telling everybody, okay, what's in that house that I'm gonna find out from.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And when you don't have guns laying around when you have people come over to your house,
Right.
don't be showing everybody your firearms when they come over to your house. You know, it's none of their
That
business.
makes good sense.
Yeah,
Yep.
and don't show them your man cave with all your firearms in there.
And now we're not talking
Stuff
about friends, like so, and that's the thing too. You got to kind of delineate it. We're talking about like the guy that came over to do some service on the boiler. We don't have boilers anymore. They have on the AC unit, you know. And
Yeah.
you're showing him that.
Keep it hidden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, and
Keep it hidden.
I think that's
Yeah.
kind of like
I don't even show
loose-
friends.
yeah.
Now,
yeah,
you know,
well,
I know. Because it's like if you come over to my house, I probably wouldn't show you.
no,
You know what I'm saying?
I've
Because
seen all
you
the shit you got.
right, you seen it on the range.
I've seen it on the
So
range.
it's like right,
Yeah, I
and
don't
so
do that either.
right. So it's like, why do we? You know, we know we got something in common, and that's firearms. So why do we need to expand the conversation at the home?
Right.
Let's expand the conversation.
And
to
then
something.
I get to be the dickhead that I am because you're a dickhead in a certain way and I'm a dickhead in another way. And my dickhead is when people say that, I'm going to do that. One guns are just as good as the next, and that really
Right.
offends a lot of people. But hey, the bullet
And I
trigger,
don't
they
like-
go boom.
I don't like playing with guns.
No,
You
I
know
don't.
what I'm
That's
saying?
my see.
Yeah,
So
I do.
I was over
Yeah.
at Buddy's house, and he had a nice little collection, and then we talked about it before, and I was over his house helping him do something else. So I go by, and he has a nice size safe, like probably at least 100, maybe 120 gun safe. And I looked at it, I said, dude, that safe is nice, and the outside was nice. I don't remember who made it, but it was just a nice looking safe. And he went and I see him turn the tumbler, and I was like, bro, what are you doing? He said, I just want to show you something. No, I'm good. He said, you never saw my 44. I said, does it look like the other 44s?
Yeah,
I've seen a 44 before.
I don't need to
And-
see it.
And he started looking, and he like, you really don't want to see it? I said, I hope it's not offending you. I said, but if it is, you can kiss my ass. I said, I don't want to see no damn gun. I said, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? Pass the gun around? And then he started laughing. He said, damn, you
Yeah.
said it like that. I said, what are you going to do?
You gonna rub
Pass
it-
it to me, I'm
rub-
going to look at it. Right, smell it.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
rub it on
I
your
got that
face.
gun.
And like, yeah, it
And then
smells
he told
like
me I
it.
was a burnout. He said, oh, you just
Yeah.
burnt out with guns.
No,
I
not
said, no, I'm
burnt
not
out.
burnt out with
It's just-
guns. I just don't want to see your 44.
Right. It's a gun.
Right,
Leave it
it's
alone.
no different than the rest of them.
I don't need to play with it. You know,
Right,
'cause
if you show
probably
me
got it
something,
loaded.
you got something that's from 1910, or you got something from, that's hasn't been loaded in the last 35, 40 years, I might look at that. Something that's unique. Dude.
But
it's
we're
a
gonna be
Smith
on
and
the
Wesson
range and we're gonna
44.
shoot it.
Right. But it's a Smith & Wesson 44.
Right.
Wonderful.
We all seen those. So also too, like safes. You got a safe in the house. I mean, don't be. I mean, some people they will. I've seen it. People taking pictures of their safes, everything in it, or video, posting it on Instagram. You know, you're seeing every gun that's in there.
Yep.
And you just this dude's got a collection. You know what I'm saying? So now everybody's wondering where. This
Oh my
cat's
God!
living
What
at.
about this dumb one? My Arsenal of 2023 or something of that nature. They showed
Yeah.
the collection. That's what they call it, collection.
Yeah, they call it collection.
They're all over YouTube, all over Instagram.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
whatever the maximum for Instagram, the 2 minutes or whatever it is, of showing every gun. And some of them, if you zoom in and do, because I'm a nut,
You can see the serial
I
numbers.
see the serial numbers. And I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, dude, you seriously
Yeah.
with that? You serious?
Yeah.
Hey, Reggie, what's going on real quick? What's up, Reggie?
Yeah. Yeah, what's up, Reggie?
Man, thank you for joining.
So I want to thank Time Dimension Shifter for following this channel over on Rumble. And Big Shooter said, yes, be careful of showing friends what you have.
Mm-hmm.
They'll go tell other people what you have.
Right.
And they'll tell others and so on.
Mm-hmm.
And they might tell it by accident. So, for instance, if I go over to Al's house and I'll be like, Al showed me he's got a whole wall of 15 AR-15s on this wall. Man, they're clean. Some of them chrome, some of them gold, all this stuff. And I go to, and this dude be like, yeah. I said, yeah, man, I got a friend of mine who's got this shit at his house. You know what I'm saying? And so this dude, I just told, be like, man, my friend of mine, he's got a friend of his, got this they'll embellish it even bigger. You know what I'm saying? But now
it may make one nut go take a chance at kicking in your door.
Right. Because then they'll find out, because Al just told me this, and he's, then they'll see on the social media he went on vacation. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
And right. And then they'll find out where he lived at, or they'll find out Al's not at home.
Right.
And he's got, minimum family at home. Yep. And so they'll go do a home invasion. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we all have enemies. Just be careful of that. Everybody think they don't have enemies. The ones who are your enemies are the ones who are watching you the most and not talking to you.
That's what I just mentioned earlier. Is pay attention who's watching you, and I don't mean that they got their eyeballs on you the whole time, but those folks that ask questions about you through your friends, those people who may pop up every once in a while and you never see them again, or they just happen to be in a certain place and they had to come over and say hi, and it's like those are the Judas out there. So, bro, I just want to do this real quick, Al. I want you guys to tune in tomorrow night. If most of you
oh yeah. I'm gonna reshare it right now.
Oh no, I got another one. You can do that. This is just this is a glimpse into Dear Sarge. Just a glimpse.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
He moved it. No, somebody. Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Thanks. Thanks. N7 Cab is.
Thank you for the donation, my man.
Absolutely. There you go. You good. All right. Whenever I see some jerk off staring at his phone after a traffic light turns green, I always tell my wife that cocksucker's man must have sent him some good dick pictures. Dear Sarge. It's gonna be lit tomorrow. Sarge, I'm gonna have a pot of coffee brewed just at around 9 o'clock just to get ready. It's gonna be on and popping.
And for you guys just came in late, tomorrow night we're gonna be on Rumble, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys notice, the first picture right here, Saturday, June 8th live stream with Two Alphas Talk, and we're gonna be with Dear Sarge. Go follow his channel if you want to see us over there on Rumble only. That's where we're gonna be at. We'll not be on YouTube. And
take a look at some of the other stuff and get yourself ready. Get geared up. Get geared up.
Right.
If you like,
it's gonna be a great show. Yep. And Reggie said you might find his bump. So
yeah, exactly. I knew damn Reggie.
I do not own a bump stock, Reggie. Never have. I didn't see the purpose of it because I know my finger can work fast enough as a bump stock. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. And thank you, Long Shot, for the donation too. And
and bro, what's my man's name? The other guy we had, shucks, I forgot his tag now. But he's a bump stock, whatever the hell is this thing called? Bump stock artist. Majo.
Oh yeah,
Texas. Oh my God, that's how I met him. He used to put videos on YouTube and back when before it got silly, and Facebook with bump stock. Yeah, he did it with the little short with the Draco, and he did it with a full size AK. But he used to say it. It's just fun. He's just doing it for fun. He bump stock with his shirt. He did it with his finger.
Oh yeah. It's just a natural bump stock.
Yeah, but you
don't need an actual
right. He didn't need all that. He didn't have little
Yeah.
attachment.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like, so what? You know, that's
Yeah.
another thing. Like having those type of YouTube or Instagram as a part of your, I don't know what you call it, was portfolio, your page, and call yourself Gray, because you're putting those things out there that you're a nut job, and not only a
Right.
nut, but you're it's not a bad thing. I guess it's fun to some people. I don't do it, but now those kind of comical things, it gives a different light to people, and people look at you in a certain way at that point, because now you're weak. Now you're not the old feeble person. You're a weak-minded person. You're easily led by doing this stuff, because once you get these challenges, you follow through with it. I'm not a milk crate challenge guy. I'm not
Yeah.
any of these other ones. So the ones for the muscular dystrophy back in 2011, my brother and I did. It was an ice water challenge, but that was raising money. We actually raised money for a good cause. But to do something, walk on some damn milk crates because they were bored in the middle of a damn pandemic, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
That ain't
Fall
happening.
off.
Right. Break
Go
your face.
unconscious and be looking all crazy.
Exactly.
On my back. Yeah.
What did you expect to happen? I thought I was gonna make it. I thought I was gonna make it.
Right.
It could be a
Yeah.
contender. Yep.
Roy, thank you for stopping by. Glad to meet you. We'll see you next time.
Yes,
And,
sir.
Yeah, and
Yep.
Seven Cab said bump stocks is an ejaculating barrel.
I love it. Bro, this is a glimpse into what's gonna be tomorrow night, bro.
Right.
Folks, we
Yeah.
are stepping into like a whole nother realm. We try to we keep it down over on this side, but when we get the rumble, man, we're kicking up our heels tomorrow night.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. I don't know what we're gonna talk about.
Sarge he could talk about anything, man.
He keeps it flow.
Yep, I'll
And,
watch a couple of his videos. He could talk about anything.
Yeah, but the gray man is a very important position to be in,
Right.
and a lot of you guys don't like. It's a lot of the younger generation don't like doing it, and some of the older generation, especially guys with money and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
but the gray man is a matter of fact. Also, the Gray Warrior has followed our channel too. I didn't see him in the chat, but thank you for following the channel. And it's a warrior position,
Right.
and so
one thing that you didn't keep going. Maybe you can touch it. I wrote down some things that. And I'm
go ahead.
You got to be willing and ready to strike. It's not just lurking in the corners and run. It's if you have to run to get to an advantage and get to another position, or fall back to get more to galvanize with other people. That's one thing, but in that position, you have to be able to look at things, analyze it, and put yourself in the best position to strike. And that's what it's all about. It's like when you go into a room, as we were talking about in the beginning, and people don't notice you, but where do you put yourself and situate yourself in that room for the best advantage? Who's carrying? Watch who's carrying.
Right.
You can figure it out. Like you mentioned about these guys with the Glock shirts on with no damn gun on. Pay attention. Look at waistbands. Mark all the nut jobs. The guys that walk in, I know somebody might get offended, but guys walk in open carrying. Pay attention where he goes. Because a lot of those guys can't shoot, and I don't want to get shot. So I want him. You go left, I'll go right. I'll cover this.
Right.
Be good. Go on about your business. Those type of things. Watch how many cops come in. There's cops have identifiers. Learn those. You can look at it and you see even off-duty cops and even undercover cops. You can look and you go, okay, look at the hairline. A lot of guys when they have that hairline that goes straight across, they may have a little bit long over here, but this right here, you got to keep this cut for inspection. So there's a little clue. Pay attention. Watch wallets. Big wallets, fat wallets. Why does he have a big fat wallet when all these guys now are carrying these RFID wallets, right? Maybe there's a badge inside their wallet. Look around the neck. You see that beaded chain that they always carry the badge on? A lot of guys don't change that. I had all my guys change them. I'd rather you have a shoestring around your neck than to have that thing.
Right,
It's a telltale.
It's a giveaway.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Look at their waistband. Guy, a lot of guys, and ran into this guy the other day. He had a CCW badge. Do you ever see that?
No.
He purported himself like a cop too, bro. He looked like off-duty Barney Rubble.
You can go to jail behind that.
And I just kept him in front of me because it's like, look at this guy. And when I got close enough, as I walked by and I looked down, it said CCW. And I'm like, wow, I wouldn't want that. Like, why are you advertising?
Yeah.
There's no need for that. I mean, and I don't think it's going to help you in an active shooter situation because nobody's
No.
looking at some
No. They're not
5
gonna
inch
see
or
it.
even 4-inch badge. Nobody sees that.
No.
Don't fall into the hype with all this stuff. But anyway, back to this. The thing is, pay attention to who's watching you. Be willing and ready to strike. Your mindset also has to be in that mentality of being a warrior and being unseen and being the first to strike. Because the other thing is, you strike and there's multiples. But if you didn't peek it out, now you put yourself in a bad situation. You have to look around and watch those nonverbal communications. Me and Al together, but I look at him because I'm going off his cue. So whenever he says, hands up, I'm right behind him. So I'm watching him. Now you see there's at least 2 of them. Then you got another guy across the room. We got Reggie on the other side of the room, and he's watching me.
I'll never say hands up.
No, motherfucker, it's a goddamn analogy.
Okay.
Like you're the robber. You would be the robber guy. Like we're doing our own heat.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I know you think about that damn apprehension. No, man, we don't do that. I don't have that authority. I'm saying that I'm watching you playing off you. And then if somebody else was on the opposite side of us, they should be watching who knows who. You can figure that out, especially if you're in a place long enough.
But you don't act too quickly.
No.
You observe a little bit, then act. I always would tell this story. The shooting, the 2 active shooters that went into the Walmart. It was a male and a female.
Oh, yeah. Sad.
They had just killed several cops in a diner across the street. Mm-hmm. They go into a Walmart. The guy is walking. He has his gun. The woman trails him and has a shopping cart. Well, the guy.
She's also armed too.
She's armed too, but you don't see it exposed. Right. And so the guy, I think hers is in the shopping cart. That's why. Mm-hmm. And so a guy drew down on the guy and told him stop.
Freeze.
And
halt. Drop the gun.
Right. Drop the gun. He should have just shot him.
Yep.
And as the guy stood there and the woman went past the guy who had the gun on the guy, she pulled out her gun and shot the guy right in the head. Boom. Killed him. Damn. He never saw it coming.
Yeah, she was a maniac too.
Yeah.
And then they got into a shootout with the cops on the way.
Oh, yeah. Yep. But if you're going to do something like that, you see a guy coming in, you don't know his intention. You're not law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? If he hasn't started shooting yet, does not give you the right to go in and start taking him out, because he could just be exercising the Second Amendment right, you know what I'm saying, and doing one of those shows, So you got to position yourself where you can see what's going on, Get out of the line of fire where you can protect yourself. You know what I'm saying?
But that's another thing that you should be already in the mindset of being on the outside, not down the middle, and not right in the middle of things. Stay out of it. And if you find yourself in that, you have to be fluid enough to get out of the way. You can't just stay there. You can't lock down and go, oh my God, I'm stuck here. All right, now it's time to fight it out. No, get the hell out of the way. Get out of the way.
Yeah, get out of the way.
It's only going to be helpful to you in the long run.
Right. But if you do unleash and turn that switch on, be the most violent man they ever seen.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? The most violent.
Bring the hate.
Bring the hate and bring it hard, fast, and already have your target's solution picked out. Have it already picked out. So once you unholster, you just go into work. That's what you're doing. And if you can understand that, that's something you have to really work on. And also, too, they also have the great female. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't see a lot of them but they're out there. And a lot of these females carry off the body carry in those purses and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so be very careful of that. Just because she's a female, and everybody knows females will shoot you faster than a guy will. You know what I'm saying? So, because they get that spidey, tingly sensation that they feel threatened, they'll gun you down in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? So be very careful of the females with guns, because once they pull it out, sometimes they will shoot you on an emotional moment. Don't argue with them. You know what I'm saying? Stop arguing with females. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to. Seven Cav said, I think guys our age are already brought up gray man mindset. Yeah, because
Yeah.
we was in a different era. We
Mhm.
grew up in a different era
Absolutely.
without the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Don't be flashy. Don't be prideful. Don't
Mhm.
be confrontational. Yep. But
Yep.
walk
I
and
totally agree.
act with a very calm confidence at all times, which is true.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I
And
think
he
that
also
just go ahead. I like the
he
next one.
also
Go ahead.
said, "Oh, what is
The
it?
Oda loop. The Uda.
OODA,
Uda.
OODA,
Yeah.
that observe, orient,
Decide
decide, and act,
and act.
and
And then
yeah,
repeat.
and just rinse and
Hmm.
repeat."
Yep.
And always, long shot always says always have an exit plan as well. Yep.
Yep.
And uh, uh, N7 Cat,
I like
never
that.
fuck with
The next one.
explosives or married women.
Yep.
Trooper rules number one
Yep.
A and one B. Yep.
Yep. Number one
Yeah.
A and number one B. Absolutely.
Right. So yeah, I mean, great man is a powerful role. You know, it's just, do you want to accept it or not? And a lot of people don't, and that's why we see these young cats carrying these what do you call those, the man purses
Man
across their
purses. Yep.
chest, the man purses.
Merce.
Yeah, because they don't want to stop wearing skinny jeans,
Mhm.
tight jeans. They don't want to stop wearing tight shirts. So they know they can't dress baggy. They don't want to change their dress because they're trying to impress everybody. You know what I'm saying? So they'll just carry a man purse and keep their, and matter of fact, they don't even carry wallets anymore. They put the wallet in the man purse and they're keeping their guns in the man purse.
Dude, I
So
see guys now with like a stack of cards. If they have like credit cards, they just have a stack of cards, and there's RFID, uh, whatever those magnetic looking
yeah,
little card like we
yeah,
have our
yeah,
business cards in, and
yeah.
they slide those right off. And I see some guys don't have that; they have like a rubber band around the outside.
Oh
of
yeah,
one
I've seen the
finger.
rubber bands. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Well,
the RFID thing is great. I have one inside my wallet, but I retrofitted my old ass wallet with just one of the cards on both sides to keep everything to try to block things out. If they want to get you, they're gonna get you. You just gotta have backup.
yeah. If they're
I have
gonna get you,
lifeguard
I
too.
mean, yeah, ain't nothing you can
Right.
do. I've been
Yeah.
got, several
Hmm.
times in a year,
Yep.
and I've tried to
I.
practice safety, and I
Hmm.
still get got. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
I have one of those. One of my accounts got jacked, and they gave you the lifeguard for a year, and then after that, I
hmm
just kept it going.
hmm yeah,
Life lock.
yeah,
I
I
keep
got it.
saying lifeguard.
Yeah,
Life lock.
life lock. Yeah, I got it
Yep.
too. And but the thing of it is, it's like you can't worry about those things. You can
No.
only worry about yourself
Drive you
and your
crazy,
family.
man. Yep.
That is the two most important things: yourself and your family. When I'm
And
with my
Seven
wife,
Cab, bro. And Seven Cab makes a good point. He said he works a homeless camp aid station every Saturday, and most women carry knives and pepper gel that they issue them, and that's a good thing. Because the knives, most women they want to feel that pain and that life of yours just dwindle away.
hmm
So they're gonna
yeah,
stab you. Stabbing somebody takes a lot of cuckoo cuckoo.
it's
It's
emotional with them. It's
Yep,
always
and there you
emotional.
go.
Yeah,
See this
yeah,
guy. But why you got to use that
yeah.
word? You know they don't like that word. You're just
I
gonna
don't
use
give
it because
I don't give a
I know.
yeah.
See, that's the point.
You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, but yeah, it takes a nut job, and or rage, a lot of
hmm
rage. You go stabbing
What the
somebody.
hell? If you look like an armed woman ex that banged her sister
Bro, that
and
banged
her
her
mom,
sister and her mom. You're a dead man.
Sarge. That's, oh
Yep.
man,
So this
that's
is
a
where we're headed, bro. That's why I wanted to
right.
give everybody a little glimpse because
Yeah,
I just know it's gonna be it's on like
that's gonna
what
be a
is it
fun
called?
show. Yeah,
Popcorn. Pop.
yeah.
Have your popcorn ready.
Um, let's see what else I was gonna say about that. I think we covered it pretty
Yeah,
much,
we
right?
covered it, but you were on the we were talking about at the end before I told you about the giving out the pepper gel. You were talking about paying attention to people and response. We took what do you call that? The life lock thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For instance, if you guys are walking down the street and you see a man beating a woman,
Mm,
are you gonna immediately jump in?
mm.
You need to make that decision right there, because
Yeah.
now you're going to put your life in danger, because everybody know a domestic situation, they both turn on you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
As soon as you get a
And
good hit on him and you about to got his knees quivering, next thing you know, she's on your back scratching your face.
right. Now, I'm not going to video record it, but I'm going to move myself into a different position and call 911, especially if he's just using his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he's using lethality, where if he's stabbing someone, you have to act. You know what I'm saying? Because you're saving someone's life. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And
What about if it's two men?
beating a woman.
No. Just two
Oh,
men. They're going at it. One guy clearly doesn't know how to fight, and he's getting his ass kicked by the other guy.
fist fight. I'm not. I'm just gonna call 911.
What
I
about
am
the
not
guy
stepping.
is the one guy's unconscious already, and he's just like barely hanging on.
Hey man, stop. I'm calling 911. I'm not getting
Yeah.
over there into that. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
It's not my
yeah,
fight, bro.
yeah.
I don't know what
And
this guy did. This guy could have been
see, you on the right track. You on the
he
right
could have
track.
been a
Haven't been a
child lover.
cop, bro. As a
Yeah.
cop, I jumped out, grabbed dude, do the hayak out, flip him, make sure his head hits the ground first, and then come to find out that guy that was getting his ass kicked deserved it. That's street rules, bro. You work the
Yeah.
street, you live in the street. That's what you get. You know
Right.
the rules. And
You
at
get,
that
that's
point,
why
it
I'm.
was like, and these dudes will tell you, they'll straight up tell you, he owes me money. And you know
Right.
damn well it ain't a loan that he took out to go Christmas shopping with.
Right.
And it's like the product that came back short, and he owed me money. He knows what's up, and they'll tell
So
you straight up, flat out.
so you got to. That's why you got to always observe. You know what I'm saying, and come up with a
Yep.
solution. And all this happening is immediately. I mean, your solutions in your head changes seconds. Every step you take, and there's a new solution. There's a new solution. There's a new solution. I
That's
see a
that
new
odor
thing.
loop too, bro.
New
That's the
solution.
odor loop. That's
You
how
know
it
what I'm
works.
saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you gotta be fluid.
And your mind has got to work like that. If it's not working like that, you're gonna get
Gotta
caught short.
Well, you
You
got to
know what I'm
start
saying?
conditioning yourself. If some of the things that we're saying tonight are new to you, you can look this stuff up and you can reach out to us and we'll send you in the right direction. Because a really good book to read to kind of get you in the mindset and all this is Left of Bang, and it's written about two Marines that actually put together the program for the Marine Corps during I want to say it's like in the 2011 somewhere in that area, and whatever skirmish we were in back then, and they put it in for. It went urban. It went from that fighting in the fields to literally the GWAT, and they were going door to door. And when they started going door to door, they were wondering why the hell are we getting caught up? And once we get to a certain house, people already know we're there because they had guys on the outside that were watching. And they were radio in, and they were using phones, and they were just calling one guy, the next guy, the next guy. So they put together this plan, and they were teaching guys in the ground, grunts, how to be investigators, basically. That's the same thing cops are doing. When I read the book, it was like, wow, a lot of this stuff that I was taught, things that look unusual are unusual. Don't placate it. Don't download. Don't say, oh, no, he might be doing it. Nope, it is what it is. You see somebody standing there, they have a long jacket on, and it's 85 degrees outside. He's strange. He's hiding
Something's
something.
wrong.
There's something going.
Yeah.
You got to pay attention to him. That guy goes.
Right.
He goes in the front of all the other people that are here. He's in first one you got to pay attention to if shit hits the fan, because
Right.
he's probably the one causing it. Right?
Right.
Those type things. Somebody walking around and they have a large duffel bag and they don't let that duffel bag go at all. Right?
Right.
One of the things that TSA always looks out for is people just leaving bags and then walking away, right? That's suspicious. Well, now this guy's the opposite side of that. He's holding on to this bag and he won't put it down.
Won't let it go.
Bump, right. Or it bumps something. He's real concerned about it being bumped. A bag? Like clothes?
Yeah.
Obviously, there's more something in there more than clothes. Those are
Right.
the things you got to pay attention to that'll help you understand what's going on around you. Because if you don't pay attention, some people may choose to get away from it. You want to just get away, then get away. You got family with you, get them out of that area because this is odd.
Right.
Something's going on here. Sometimes it's just the way people are. You know, we have a large homeless population in this country, no matter where you go, and some
Very
of those guys
dangerous.
are just not right. And
Yeah.
it's just not right. You know, I had a guy ask me today. Was in the parking lot of a Walmart, and I saw him coming. So I'm, trying to get the damn car as quick as I can. And I'm like, and here he is. And I live out in the country area. but he's homeless and he needed some money. And it's like, bro, I ain't got nothing. Now, mind you, I'm coming here, I'm getting in my car. He's looking at me like, you don't have it. No. So I hit him with it like, bro, I got 5 kids. I got 5 kids in college, man. Oh, really? I said, yeah. And I said, and they didn't get scholarships, bro.
I wouldn't even have the conversation. I was like,
well, I'm not being mean to this guy.
No, I wouldn't have been mean either. I would have looked at him and gave him the nod no before he even got in my 15-foot range. Like,
I did that, dude.
No.
You go downtown. These panhandlers
No,
are totally
no.
different
I do not get out of my car downtown. I do not get out of my car.
I said you go downtown. I didn't say you get out of your car. I said you know what it's like. You see these guys. There's
I see them.
New level of panhandling.
Dude, they come up to the car and I look out and I just shake my head and my hands where it needs to be, and I'm just like, and I'm watching. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
my windows are rolled up, my doors are locked. All right, so Reggie asked a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he asked a question. What do you guys think about carrying non-lethal?
Definitely. I'll say this. Depending on where you're going, depending on your lifestyle, it's going to be necessary. If you're somebody that you're in contact with a lot of people on a regular basis, you need something less than a bullet.
Al told me a long time ago, you can't kill everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so sometimes
that's when I realized at the time the violence in this guy.
you have to.
It was like
you have to go non-lethal.
Mm-hmm. I got a slapjack in my car, right? Yeah. Readily handy, right in the.
It depends on where I go. It depends on what it is. I don't like pepper spray because pepper spray can work against you, and
yes, it will.
Yeah, and but a good knife. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah, but that's not less lethal.
No,
Reggie, yes. Reggie,
depends on where
OC spray. OC spray, and if you're looking for a good one, Saber is a good brand.
Yes, that's a very good.
Other ones out there. There's something with a dog in it, but Saber is a really good brand. A lot of cops were using that until recently, where they started losing contracts with other companies bidding for them. But Saber is a good brand to get if you find that, and I really get endorsement. But if they want to endorse us, we're open.
Yeah, Unfolding Joker on Rumble said, "Observe and self-report." And Seventh Cav said, "Hands laid or a debt paid is the rule for the streets." And Unfolding Joker says, "Chopsticks." Unfolding Joker said, "Oh wait, John Wick proved these are lethal." Yep, which is true. So Seventh Cav, he just mentioned. Always carry pepper gel saber, a very bright tactical flashlight, and a knife. Right.
But and practice with all this stuff. And if you do carry, excuse me, Reggie, if you do carry OC spray, go out in the backyard, spray it in there, and walk through it. Seriously, I'm not being funny with this one. I know you looking at me like you're a nut job.
No, I'm reading.
You gotta know. Reading. Oh, okay, yeah, I say that too. You gotta know how it affects, and just doing that is
you got to know how to deploy it and when to deploy it.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is spray it in the air and walk through it real quick. And the reason why is you got to know what it's going to shut you down, and that's just the indirect spray. If you get a full spray and you get the right product, it will shut you down for a good 30 minutes. That's what it's designed to do. I'm ultra sensitive to capsicum. So if it gets in the air and anywhere near me, my nose starts opening up, and I get the rhinoceros, the big long snots, eyes go red and burn, and I can't keep them open. All that stuff. I get the full ride every time I get it. So I know that. So if anybody does it and I see pepper spray out, I'm going beast. And I mean, it ain't no turning back, because at this point, I know they're gonna have their way with me. I'm not gonna be able to see in a little bit.
Right.
These are things, you know that. Hey man, no Diddy. But they can you shut down. Eyes and hard to breathe. There's not much you can do. You're gonna try to fight. You got less oxygen intake. Your eyes are shut down. You can't see where they are. Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned on Rumble about the OC spray and the gel. The one thing I don't like about the OC is the gel, and the only reason is I've seen some dudes that know what they're doing to just take it right off their face and throw it right back at you. And mind you, they're jacked up too. And there's some people that OC doesn't affect. There's like a 5% of the population, they can get direct spray and just stare and look at you and go, yep. And see, right, don't carry one of those little Banaka mouthwash or Banaka spray types. Get a full, do the research, look it up. I think it's up to now 15% that civilians can have, as you know, outside of police departments. Whatever the number is, look what it is in your community, and the laws are that you have to abide by, and get as high as you can. You know, there's some of them out there you can get bear spray, and it's supposed to be out. And then, nope, here somebody mentions it. Thank you. He vouched. Rio Rat, he said he personally vouched for both Saber and Fox. Thank you. I knew it was another dog. 5.2 OC sprays, especially Fox 2 5.2 heat Scoville units. It is particularly effective. Yes. I'm telling you, I've been sprayed more times than I can count. And I've been direct sprayed and a number of indirect sprays, and it will put you down on you. You will want to just lay down on your knees.
All right. We catch up.
That must be. I found your boy. Let me see. I found him. Hold on for a minute. Yep, I found Wayman. I see you.
Oh yeah, Big Shooter said.
Yep, I knew it.
You can't kill everybody, but you can try. Bang bang.
Yep. And he also said, "I know, brother. I miss you too." He said, "Al is ultra sensitive, even to KY jelly." Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
No Diddy. As soon as I read it, I knew it was him. I said, "There you go. There you go.
Oh,
found him.
God. There
Found
he is.
him." Yep. And that's another thing. A lot of these guys, especially if you're on Rumble, man, there's a lot of good information on there. When you decide to pick out your can, make sure you check the date on it, because it will diminish, and when you push the button, nothing will happen. So make sure that you get a can, and there's a little test that you can do. And you put it in water, and it kind of bounces, and it'll show you on the side how much product is left in there and how effective it will be, because you don't want to carry something that's not going to help you. Let me see, where else? Something else prior. Yep. Oh yeah, spray a tree. They make, I think Saber makes one that's actually a practice one. You had some, Al. Those practice ones where it's just a mist so that you can see the fogger or the actual pattern, the cone that it's going to come out at. Because I've seen a lot of people who use it for the first time, and it's pretty strong in some, especially in the Saber products, and it knocks your hand back. And they weren't ready for that. And now they thought it was going to be right at the forehead, and it winds up going right over the person's head. And that's a no-go, because at that point, it's not effective. Yeah.
You get out.
But we were talking earlier about ladies, and some people think that just by having that OC and deploying it, that it's going to be over just like that.
No, it turns him into a Tasmanian devil. So be prepared for the after.
And what do? You got to make space. Yeah. If you're not that guy like this dude sitting over here next to me, if you're not like him and ready and want this to kick you off.
Yeah, Big Shooter. There he is.
Make space. Make space.
If you can't carry a gun, or carry a knife or an ice pick. Yeah, ice pick. Very effective. Lights out with ice pick. Remember that.
I like that, Roy Rat.
Aim at the chest. Roy says, aim at the chest and move the spray stream up to the face. Yeah, that's the way we do it with firearms. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, same thing. Unfolding Joker.
I'd Rumble rant to see someone take a homemade pepper bomb to the face.
Oh, you missed it. Yeah, you missed the other one.
No, they're making a pepper bomb out of home seasonings and a coke. I've seen that, dude. Okay, so capsicum, which is the main ingredient in OC, it comes in different levels, right? That's the same level that you have some people have when they cook with, especially like professional cooks.
Capsicum is cayenne pepper. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm. But the extract, and they break it down to a liquid, and they take all the hot stuff. And that's how they then. And Mr. Scoville was a guy back in the day, and it was used to measure heat. That's just the units of heat. And then when you start getting into those higher levels, and you're talking about thousands, bro, your face feels like you just put it on the damn sun.
Yeah. Let's be careful with it, though. Like I said, some of them cats, you hit them with it, and they're on drugs. You just turn a Chihuahua into a badger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Be
And
careful.
it's a panic. It
Yeah.
comes if you don't know what you're doing and you're not around the right people. The first thing you do is panic because you can't breathe. That's the first thing. You can't. Oh my God, who was Big Shooter? Yeah. I
Big
see what happened
lighters.
when see what happened when he
Also
went to
good
Rumble.
hit defense.
Lost his damn mind. You see that?
Yeah.
Big lighters also good hidden. You're like somebody on fire. Oh my God.
Think about y'all.
See? Right. That Roy Rat is exactly what I was talking about with the cooking part.
Technical
Back in the
spray,
90s,
edible.
they were talking about that.
Don't
and
do that though. Yeah,
you ever
don't
see
put
these
it-
guys with the milk and they think
Oh, yeah,
by
that
eating
doesn't
hot
work.
pepper and you do is
doesn't
milk it. Don't know.
This doesn't work.
No, man. That was the same thing he mentioned in there about eating it. And it's edible. It is technically. But if you dilute it way down, you know,
Yeah.
and its form that is coming out of that damn can.
Yeah.
Dude,
Also
I had a
takes some
guy-
time.
I had a guy make a
Time
complaint
for
on
the
me one
spray
time.
to take effect. Spray and run away. Spray and run away. Yep.
Make
there you go.
space.
Don't stand
I
there
got-
and be looking.
I had a guy make a complaint on me because he wanted to talk to my supervisor because he said I should not have put crab sauce in his face because it was that hot that he thought that was crab sauce.
Right.
And this was hours after he had been sprayed, and it's that pepper smell. So I guess homeboy thought he was on the wharf eating crabs.
So Big Shooter, he said he used a big lighter on a guy back in the late 70s.
Whew. What was that? Atticus? The riots up in that prison, Attica.
So you gotta explain how the big lighter works.
Bro, you take
Not
off-
tonight. Not tonight. I'm talking about offline. I'll talk to you offline. Yeah, we're not tonight.
Oh yeah, when it comes
Yeah.
to pyro stuff, bro, I'm familiar.
Yeah.
I am familiar with that.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and close this thing down, guys.
Oh man, we did one over. Now, thank you, Rumble Boy. Thank you, my man. That
Yeah,
would've been-
Rumble, you
that
guys
would've
got
been
this
real
channel popping.
Thank you.
Roy said he's laughing. I will forever call OC Spray crab sauce.
I'm telling you, see, you know what I'm talking about. And the
Right.
dude, he wanted to speak to my supervisor because he said I should not have put that crab sauce in his face.
Right, crab juice. You know what I'm saying? But we want to thank all you guys for watching the show. Also, like I said, tomorrow night at 10
Yes.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be. Oh, thank you, Unfolded Jokers. Yeah, you guys make this show great. We don't make the show great. You guys make this show great.
Yes.
And
We just try to hang out.
yeah, we just try to hang out and just tell our piece. But you guys make the show really, really live.
Yep.
And,
And there's a lot of good information. So if you can do both, like I do both during the back and forth, go over to Rumble. That just now there was so much information. You can ask questions in that back down there too. I mean, there's a lot of comedy going on and it's loose, but there was a plethora of worthwhile information. Much
Right.
respect to all you guys.
Unfolding Joker, it was great seeing you tonight. Long shot, it was also good seeing you tonight. Thank you for the follow.
We'll see you guys
Seven
tomorrow
Cav, good night. Have a great weekend, and you have a great weekend too. And Big Shooter, hit the thumbs up button, you guys, y'all.
Yep.
That's what he says. And we appreciate everyone who followed the show, everyone who's donated and comment on the show. Like I said, the show is for you guys. We're just
Thanks,
two
Reggie
guys
Reg.
talking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And yeah, Roy, great show, fellas. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you too. Hopefully, we'll see you somewhere down the road.
Yep.
And like I said, we're going to be on Sarge's show tomorrow night on Rumble, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys follow Sarge, you guys will see us come up, and we'll have another good chat tomorrow night.
Yep.
And
We're gonna bring it.
yeah, what else? Was that it?
That's it.
All right. And I'll see you guys in the range. What do you got, Al?
Hey man, protect the second. We got to pass it on to the next generation.
Yeah.
You ain't got to talk to him. Just stand behind me and let me do the talking.
Yeah, you can do the talk. I made you a patch.
Exactly. Let me whisper.
We see you guys. Talk to
See
you
you
later.
guys. Ciao.
Peace.